Hi everybody, I'm Jim Shore, and I want to tell you about a collection that brand new, and we just got finished generating the final creations. Can you guess what the subject is? Gingerbread. You know, I'll tell you, when I was a kid growing up, at Christmas time, we did a lot of baking and decorating, and we didn't have a lot. You know, we weren't all that well off, but so we would make a lot of things. You know, and so we made garlands, and we made ornaments, and we made wreaths, and you know, just all sorts of things handmade by us. You know, my brothers and my mom and dad, and mom and dad were both creative people, and they were they're kind of like me. You know, they loved a wide variety of subjects, and they were good at what they did. You know, and one of the things that mom used to like to do when she was baking for the celebration of Christmas, she'd make mincemeat pies, and she'd make all these tarts, and she'd make different stuff like that. But she always made gingerbread things, and that stuck with me even doing this collection. Something, because you know, people, you know, they say, okay, we'll make gingerbread, so they take a gingerbread cutter and they cut out cookies. Not mom. I mean, we made these elaborate large gingerbread cookies with all sorts of designs and stuff on them and we had one of those cake bags with all the little nozzles and stuff that we'd squirt out different things, and we'd make a gingerbread house. And it would be as elaborate as some of these pieces. We'd have candy, and we'd have gumdrops and kisses and candy canes and all that kind of stuff on it. And it just ended up beautiful. That was one thing I always looked forward to. And one year we made a gingerbread castle. And I wish I had pictures of it. You know, to tell you the truth, if I could go back in time, I would appreciate the things like that more than I actually did at the time. You know, because some of the things we did were just so outstanding, and gingerbread was one of them. So I've tried to, in this collection, I've tried to be as elaborate and beautiful as the things that my mama used to make. And so I think one of my favorites here is the gingerbread train. And so that is, well, I don't know if we'll be adding to these things or anything, but this is one of the things that could be expanded. But I think the way that we've done this piece, and this car here is actually separate, as you can see, and each one of these actually is a standalone piece, but together I think they're really nice. And then this is also one of my favorites. This is the gingerbread sleigh, and it's decorated all the way around, just like you would do with a real gingerbread piece. The pieces that are like this, like the nutcracker, now that's a unique piece. You know, I've got extensive collection of nutcrackers, and this will be I think one of the best ones in the collection. So that's a piece I'm really pleased with. And we've got, periodically we're using a little bit of sugar glitter on these pieces that give them a little bit of pop, and it just makes them real pretty, like they're covered with sugar. And we've got this. Now, this is, look at how elaborate that piece is. This is something we will expand. We'll end up with a village, and maybe I'll do a gingerbread castle just like Mom did. So that's there's a lot of that in the future. And this kind of speaks for itself. That I think that's a word that describes the whole season. So and then you can't leave out one of our favorite characters. That's the gnome. Okay, that's gingerbread gnome. For all you gnome collectors, this is the piece that you have to have. And if you're not a gnome collector, this is a piece you have to have. So anyway, you get the idea. I think that we've presented normally, I'll say this, normally when we have a brand new collection or grouping or a subject, we'll do maybe initially 3 or 4 pieces, see how it goes, something that we can expand to. and I was so confident that the gingerbread pieces would be so popular and so acceptable that we just sort of pulled out all the stops and made a whole almost finished collection right out of the chute. So you've got a lot to choose from. If it were me, I'd take them all. But I think the collection basically speaks for itself, and it's one of the prettiest, I think, collections that we've done. We've done so many different other venues, and I think probably that might explain part of the popularity of the line is the fact that there's so much diversity involved in it. But this is, I think, a great addition. So I hope you'll enjoy it the way we've enjoyed it. And as always, there's more to come.